time the sun rose to the time the sun went down, what was happening? Joshua was battling the Amalek. In other words, that thing you are given to tune, I said, that thing you are given to watch, the children you are given to take care of in church, right? Bona sana. The handkerchief the man of God told you, carry that one. It has anointing. Carry it. Some of it may fall upon you. It may come to pass that some may yet precipitate upon you. That assignment that you have been given ends up being the thing that became the battle against Amalek. And for me, this is a difference between an apostolic house and a Gallic house. In an apostolic house, assignments are warfare. Assignments are warfare. In anything that is not apostolic manifestation, assignments are things that you do to fit in, because you must belong to a club. A club is a department. You must belong to a club, which is a department of the church. So you just do it. But if it is apostolic, then it is warfare. So the hands are lifted and a breath was measured. Brethren, a breath was measured. And as this young man continued in his faithfulness, the battle was won. But it was not just won. Because as they were coming to its victory, something began to be proclaimed. Because he says, speak this in the ears of Joshua. Utter this in the ears of Joshua. Because I shall be at war against Amalek from generation to what? To generation. In other words, now Moses, this is your generation. In Joshua's generation, he shall also be served. Because I must be at war in Joshua's generation. Joshua shall raise a seed, right? After him, we shall have a people that are serving his seed. I said we shall have a people that are serving his seed, because I must be at war from what? Generation to generation. This is the moment in time when God established service in the house of God. This date in Exodus chapter 17 is a moment in time when he established service in the house of God. Also he said, I shall be at war against Amalek from generation to what? To generation. I have a charge here to all men that are serving in this apostolic environment, because it is by service that you win integration into spirit spaces. It is by war against Amalek, it is by warring against Amalek that you win integration into apostolic spaces. Because apostleship has become a thing of mercy. Not everyone is coming. Even those that claim to be interested are not making it into these spaces. And we sat and we began to wonder, and we came to this conclusion that this thing is an election. This thing is a choosing. There's a deliberateness that has gone into it. That some even came and they saw these glories. Some came and they met things that they have never seen. Demonstrations that they only read about in books, and they did not follow. Why? Because this thing is by mercy. It's not just by decision. It is by mercy. Do you follow me? So listen to me. How do you work? How do you work to arrive at election? In other words, how do you make your election sure? Making your election sure is what I'm calling the charge to ensure that you are integrated. The charge to ensure that you are integrated. I will make my calling and election sure, because I shall ensure that I am integrated. And that's why if David is leaving the house of Jesse to go to the house of Saul, he doesn't go empty-handed. He was given a package to go with him. That is what is called the price of integration. When Saul receives the things that have come from Jesse's house, David has been integrated. So how do you integrate yourself? By this cost. Do you understand me? By the thing that you have been charged to do in a congregational dome. By the thing that you've been charged to do in an apostolic congregational dome, you end up ensuring that you have integrated yourself. Integration is not by standing. Integration is not by merely attending. Integration is by straining. It is by sacrifice. It is by giving. When something leaves me and enters the system, I end up following it into the system. If it has left me and entered the system, which is my time, my sacrifice, my giving, it has left me and entered the system, I follow it into the system. So when the elected are called, I am there. I said when those that have received mercy are mentioned, I am also present. If there is a naming to be done, my name will always be in the list, because there's something that left me and entered the system. Therefore, I also shall be counted among those that shall inherit apostolic assignment. So from this point in time, now he says that this is Jehovah Nissi, the Lord my refuge. If the God of the house doesn't refuge you, you are not yet integrated. If the God of the house has not been refuging you, you are not yet integrated. So how do I know I'm integrated? If I call upon the God of the house and I receive responses, I receive an answer. Because his name is a strong tower, right? What shall the righteous do? They shall run to it and they shall be safe. Who are the righteous? The ones that have integrated by a sacrifice. Because he says, gather unto me those that have covenanted to me, or they have covenanted themselves to me by sacrifice. Gather those, gather them that have covenanted unto me by what? By sacrifice. If there is no sacrifice, there is no what? Integration.